Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Jason. I'm a channeler and I'm coming on for a daily dose of hope. This is Daily Dose of Hope. I think we're on day 73, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 73. So I've been coming on for 73 days, almost consecutively, because I was guided to come on to give a daily dose of hope because the energies on our planet are starting to get wackier and wackier, and they will continue to do so. And today I have nothing special to talk about. Just the only thing I was going to talk about is how I realize that there's a bit of a shift in the mass media. The media, the stories are starting to shift and change into a different story. So they're changing their tune. They're singing a new tune. And I think that's part of these increasing energies, because what the energies, as far as I understand, there's as we live in a multidimensional universe, there are things that are going to be that are shifting on many different levels at the same time. And on a third dimensional level, it is the level of things being revealed that have been hidden. Hello, Michael. Greetings, traveler. So on the you have to ignore there's a bit of a bike gang in my neighborhood. There's well, there's like three kids, but they're trying their best. They're trying to hold the fort down. Um, but so um, yeah. But things are shifting and changing on. So in the third dimension, we have things are just political news, for example. The tunes that we've been listening to up until this point, the tune is changing. The story is changing, and for those who have not been listening to the backbeat behind the tunes that have been playing, it might be a bit shocking. But if you've been listening to the symphony of different tunes that are interplaying, you'll just say, "Oh, that's just the bassoon in the background. I've been listening to the bassoon. Don't worry, the bassoon's been playing in tune. It's okay." Um, yeah, so I think that's what's happening on the third dimension. But in addition to that, there are other dimensional things that are happening as well. It's not just one dimension. And in addition to this, there isn't just one story. As I talked about before, right, where it's an interweaving of many, many different stories at the end here, at the end of our, what do they call it? Esmeralda, the last vestiges of the third dimension. So yeah, so I think the tune is changing. But if you've been listening to the backbeat and you've been listening to the bassoon, let's say, in the background, then you kind of understand what's going on. But in addition to that, it's not just so this revealing on the third dimension is just it's kind of like the tip of the iceberg. I think this is just the revealing of things that have been hidden, but it's so much more. I mean, it's just the revelation that we are not human and that we're so much more than all of this and that so I think it's a really big thing. And I think since the tune is starting to change, I think in a sense that's the beginning, the starting phases. It's kind of a sign that we're going to be finally listening to the bassoon that was playing in the background the whole time. The bassoon will come out as the soloist and start playing, if you get my drift. So, yeah, I thought that was really interesting in the news to see that. I'm always a bit wary with the news, but it is also it's very interesting to see what's going on. It's just a different story being woven in, and yeah. So, and I thought with the channeling today, I'll just ask them to kind of give us the news. What's going on at this moment? And all right, so I'm going to go into the channeling. Thanks, Michael, for joining in. Cheers. So here we go. Hmm. Greetings. We are that one that you know of as Mary Magdalene, and we're here, and we're here, and we're here, and we're here to bring the message of love and of light and of peace, which are the only true messages that are available and that are true and that will serve to nourish your mind and your body and your soul. All of the other messages will only take away from that. and you will be just listening to an illusion in that sense. Um, so this being asked us what the news is, what an interesting term, the news. The news refers to time. It refers to something being new and something being old. There is nothing new under the sun, as your expression goes. It is all the same stories that have been playing out for centuries and centuries, and they're playing out for all of you in order for you to play out all of the different roles that you want to play out on this planet, to have all of the different experiences and to experience the depth of emotions that are possible on this planet, and to experience all of the different emotions that are possible on this planet, as well as experiences. So, when this being asks us what the news is, it is an interesting question, and we will try to answer it in a way that might uh, appease you in a sense, because we could say that there is no news. Our answer would be that there is no news. The news has never existed and it never will. There is only one story, and that is the story of love, and that is the story of peace, and that is the story of light. That is the only truth. But this being is asking a question that is a bit different. Uh, the phrasing of the question is, what is the news? But what he would really like to know is, what is it that is happening at this moment on the planet? And so that is the question that we would answer, because the news is, yes, doesn't exist. So what is happening at this moment on your planet is you are and have been going through a process of rooting through all of the things that are unnecessary for you to get light enough for you to travel into this new realm that you are creating, co-creating. All of you are co-creating this new realm. But in order to get to this new realm, there are so many things that you need to let go. There is a baggage requirement, we might say. As when you travel on a plane, you can only take two baggages, two suitcases, and one carry on luggage. And they have to be of a certain weight. Otherwise, they might weigh down the plane. And this is a similar sort of idea, because you are going to a place that is lighter. And in this lighter place, there is no space for heavier things. And so you have to lighten your load. And in order to lighten your load, you have to go through your suitcase. And in order to go through your suitcase, you have to know what you have to open it up. You have to open it up, and you have to dig through, and you have to find out what's in all of the crevices and what's in all of the corners. And that is essentially what is happening on your planet now. Things are being revealed in order for you to travel into your mind, into the spaces within your mind, into the places that you have hidden. You have hidden emotions in many, many different places all throughout your body, and it's time for you to find them and to deal with them, and to resolve the issues that you have with your body, with your emotions, with your world as it is at this moment. And that is what is happening. And now, by resolving, we don't mean coming to an end and making big decisions. We just mean observing, and knowing. Knowing is the most important part. So once you understand that you are hiding emotions in a place, that you have some clothes that you're not going to wear on this vacation in the back of your suitcase, and it will weigh it down. Once you see them, you know they're there, and then you can take the steps. And it doesn't have to be a drastic step. Basically, you take them out of the suitcase and you put them back into your drawer. It's very simple in that respect. And by the same token, with your emotions that have been hidden by you for you, because you've experienced something that might have been traumatic, or you have suffered in some way, and the experience might have been too drastic for you, you place those emotions into a place where you can't see them. And that is what projection is called. And it is a time, this is the end of the time of projection on your planet. There is no need for projection anymore, as the projection was part of this lightening of your load. And where you're going, there will be no projection in that sense. In that sense, it will be extension, all extension of love. But projection has served its purpose on this planet, and is still serving the purpose to show you the things that you have hidden from yourself, and they appear in your everyday life as situations that untenable situations that you have placed yourself in, by holding these emotions somewhere, or by having these clothes in your suitcase in the back corner and not looking at them. It's important to always take inventory of your suitcase. What are you carrying with you? And finding what's there. This is not necessarily a scary thing to go through in that sense. It is just opening up the suitcase and looking in. Ah, I see. I've brought some rocks. Why did I bring rocks in my suitcase? I'm going to take those out and return them to the outside where they belong. And this is a similar practice. And that is what is going on. So if he's wondering, and if you all of you are wondering what is going on, that is what is going on your planet. And that is why things will start to be revealed on your planet that as might rile those who have not been listening to the backbeat, as he has put it, in a wonderful way to put that idea. All of these ideas have always been there, but they have not been focused on per se, and but they are about to come out more and more, and that will help all of you to understand more and more, and that will help all of you to understand where you are and to lighten your load. And that is all that is happening. So this is nothing to worry about. It is just a time to lighten your load, to be free, to be at peace, to be in love, and to let go of this third dimension and all of the things that you're holding on to, because soon they will not be here anyway. And they never really have been here. The only thing that you can truly hold on to, and you don't even have to hold on to it because it is you, is love. You are love, and you are light, and you are peace. And so there's nothing to hold on to. So just let go, because you are, and wherever you are, and you are the love, and you are the hope, and you are the peace that you're searching for. We are Mary Magdalene. Cool. Wow. Okay. Wow. I was really, really tired today. I was worried. I didn't think anyone would come through today. So yeah. Okay. So that was a pretty interesting message. Um, so, hey, Kathy and Judy. Hey, and Michael, you quoted, "Why did I bring rocks in my suitcase?" Yeah, I mean, hey, everyone has their passion. You never know when you might need a rock. I'm traveling, I'm going on vacation, and I found this beautiful rock, and I'm just gonna, have it with me because if I have some extra time, I might just stare at it for. Yes. So yeah, so great. Thank you guys for joining in. Um it's funny. Thanks for joining in, and yeah. Oh, I wanted to say, just this is a little bit unrelated, but about the motorcycle gang in my neighborhood. There's a name for them in Japanese. It's called the Bosozoku, and sorry, Michael. I guess we're all rock collectors. And Kathy training our biceps. Yeah, with those rocks, right? Biceps. Can you imagine like going to a gym or something like that and someone says, "Hey, look at my," yeah, all right, I'm gonna, okay. Um, so yeah, but they're called Bosozoku, and they're, yeah, so I can't, it's hard to explain what they are. There is a group, there's kind of like a counterculture in Japan that was been around since the 80s, but it's kind of dying out now. But they were called the Yankees, and they were kind of like the kind of at the edge of society. But even though they were the edge of society, they all had the exact same clothing, exact same outfits and everything like that. And then the younger version of them were all these guys that ride around in motorcycles that are really noisy, and they're just like motorcycle gangs. And when I first came to Japan, like every night, like around 12 o'clock, midnight, there'd be like 30 or 40 of them, like just rah, 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 riding down the street. And there'd be a police officer behind them saying, "Okay, guys, please, can you just stop that, please?" And they're just like going crazy. And I think they all went further out into the countryside, but now we've got three of them. They're just holding on. Um, so, yeah, all right, keep going, right? Um, So that's my spiel for today. Yeah, nothing else to say, but thank you guys for listening in. And yeah, I don't know why she's talking about rocks. It's okay. But I imagine that might speak to someone out there. All of the people who are geologists that are listening in. Uh, yeah, thank you guys very much. Michael, you say we should start a biker gang. Yeah. Can you imagine? A spiritual biker gang. We're here to bring peace to the streets. Yeah. Um, all right, guys. Yep. So, Michael, Kathy, see you guys tomorrow. And Judy, thanks for joining in. And thanks everyone for joining in. I really appreciate it. And yep. So, I will hopefully see everyone else tomorrow if all goes well. And ciao.